Gentlemen have manners. These are wise words which I was reminded of recently when watching the movie The Kingsmen, The Secret Service, starring Colin Firth, Samuel L. Jackson, and Michael Caine. I don't have the time to watch many movies or a lot of television, but some quality stories beyond entertaining us and helping us pass the pleasant evening certainly do also serve to give us some perspective and insight into what it takes to succeed in the world. The Kingsmen is one such example of these films. The movie's plot centers around a street-smart but roughish street kid, Taron Egerton, who is recruited to join an ultra-elite, ultra-secretive British Secret Service. Firth's character thinks that Egerton has what it takes to make it in his clandestine ranks, but he needs some schooling in what it means to be a gentleman. Like many of us, when we first join a new organization, be it a civic group or an employer, Egerton's character needs an education on how to fit in with the cultural norms. No matter how good his skills and talent are, it won't be enough if he also doesn't master the etiquette. We can all learn from this lesson. Very few among us can hope to make it on our own merit alone. We must first signal that we are professional through other means, some of which we may not deem to be sufficiently important. Clothes, manners, grooming. If you are the second incarnation of, let's say, Steve Jobs, you may be able to get away with long stretches of time not bathing or indulging in your desire to blow up at subordinates over minor mistakes. But for the majority of us, mere mortals I say, it's instrumental that we learn how to conduct ourselves as gentlemen or ladies if we hope to make a positive impact on the world. Everyone wants to come up with the next disruptive innovation. Save your real creativity for your business ventures, not in how you present yourself or your persona. Some things are traditional for good reason. Keep these tips in mind for how you conduct yourself as a gentleman. By mastering the rules of etiquette, you'll be able to go much further along disrupting and rebelling where it really matters, in your ideas. So first, let's say invest in a good suit. The clothes do truly make the man. Now in the movie, he has a bulletproof suit, and I'm not suggesting that you get one of those, but consider a quality suit. You may be relentlessly focused on the quality of your ideas and your performance, but it's far easier to be taken seriously if you arrive already decked out in the full package. A gentleman is conversant in the basics of good style and practices them everywhere. Dressed properly for the occasion. He strives to fit in with his surroundings, but to always stand just a tad above what is the norm. It might seem like a considerable sum to get the properly tailored suit when you're just starting out early in your career, but it sends an undeniable signal to those around you that you want to take your career and you do take yourself seriously, and so should they. If you're a bit clueless when it comes to the sartorial manners, don't be too shy to enlist others to help provide you with some guidance onto the right cut for the proper fit for your personal frame. Nothing gives away an amateur is in over their head quite like ill-fitting clothes. Next, have a firm handshake. A business associate can tell an awful lot about you by the way you first greet them with a vigorous handshake. Gentlemen are confident. It isn't about being arrogant. It is a matter of respecting yourself and those around you. The first impression is often the only opportunity you'll have to stand out in the minds of someone. Make sure that you seize it, and by demonstrating that you are completely comfortable in your own skin and confident that you have every right to occupy that space. If you are nervous in your new settings, just remind yourself that you have just as much agency and just as much right to be considered as a professional as anyone else you encounter. Just make sure that they know the same by how you present yourself. You will find that the way you think about yourself is very quickly infectious. Others will pick up on the vibe that you send and treat you in the same manner. Next, be modest. A gentleman's name should only appear in the newspaper 3 times, the movie says. Firth's character in the film says, an announcement of birth, his wedding, and his death. While your career may take you to greater heights in which your profile is too high to avoid the press altogether, the essential message is true for most of us. In the social media age and continual self-promotion, it can do some good to work behind the scenes and help lift others in the spotlight. As gentlemen, we need some alone time and privacy rather than continually asserting ourselves in the faces of others. We are also well advised to take some contemplative time for ourselves, away from sharing out every thought and experience over the internet. I know that there's indeed some irony here advising this in a blog post that's on the internet, but maintaining a healthy balance is important. Next, be happy to serve. It might mean an act as simple as opening a door, picking up a tab for a pub night, or carrying out the grunt work below your pay grade. A gentleman's mindset is not focused on being catered to, but providing value to those around him. This means taking up the slack for others at work without complaint, and doing good to others without expectation of reward in return. The mere act of carrying out service to others is broadening and builds a sturdy character. Rather than continually asking what others can do to help make your life easier, why not seek out the opportunities to benefit others in your organization or community? It's a surefire path to identifying new opportunities that those who shirk their work will never notice. Never react to rudeness. A gentleman doesn't reduce himself to the level of his opponent by engaging with petty or boorish behavior. A gentleman elevates himself by taking the high road when confronted with opposition and conflict. While he surely does not shy away from confrontation if challenged, he does not ever seek out fights or skirmishes. As the saying goes, when you mud wrestle with a pig, you both get dirty, but the pig likes it. Nobody ever left a lasting legacy by spending time arguing over politics in an internet thread or brooding over what detractors think of them. Use invectives and slights as a fuel to motivate you to achieve your goals, but do not dwell on them and continue to carry ugly words around with you. The best revenge is to live well and to continue to focus upon your achieving your own happiness and set of goals. So let me ask, how do you spot that gentleman or lady in your life? What habits or mannerisms indicate manners and polish to you? What habits have you adopted that indicate that you are someone to be respected? And where have you cut some corners? Is there more that you could be doing to broadcast to your associates that you are the person of manners, integrity, and dignity? Let me know with your comments and questions on Facebook. Be sure and subscribe to the YouTube channel and leave your comments there, and follow me on Twitter. And of course, register at my website, TonyNewmeyer.com, for free trainings, articles, and more. And always be sure to live rich.